I'm going to show you a kind of error that sometimes comes up when you use an Android phone, that is a non-iPhone, to access one of these QR codes and the video behind it. Here's what I'm going to do. I use an application named iXmat, which is free at the Google Android market. And when I scan one of these codes, what happens is its URL gets picked up and translated from the code into the actual text that's stored in the code. Now, I'm going to say open browser, and I get the first couple of items here that come up from the YouTube. So I'm going to start the video, and look what I get here. Cannot play video. Sorry, this video cannot be played. My, isn't that very, very informative? It's frustrating. What do you do about this? Well, the solution to this is actually something I've discovered. If I put the video into a playlist, instead of having you go directly to the video, that is, I put it into a playlist of one, which is the way that I've handled this video here for example purposes. What I'm going to do now is the very same process, but I'm going to scan this QR code here, and you probably can't read it, but it comes up a different one. Once again, I'm going to press the button that says Open Browser. Now what happens here is that it looks a little bit different, and you have an extra step to take. You see the video is down here. If I click on that video, this screen comes up and it gives me a choice. Do I want to open this using the browser? No. With YouTube? Yes. And when I open it with YouTube, strange things happen. It does open up, but it makes me look a little bit fatter. So if you do this, and then this, then it comes up properly. So I made this video just to show you what to do, but it is possible for you to actually see the videos quite well on this type of an Android phone. Now, what happens if I do this with an iPod? Now let me try an iPod, and I'm going to go back down to the code here, which simply has the access directly to the video. So here's an iPod, it's 4th generation, it's just an 8 gigabyte unit. I use QR Reader here, another free application. When I activate that, it begins to scan, and when I position it on a code, it automatically goes to the URL behind that code. This is the redirector site that I use, Zoom to Me. And here on the iPod, it goes directly to the video, and I can play the video. And this is quite handy. This is the way I would really prefer to have people access videos. However, you already saw that this particular code that goes directly to the video doesn't work on the Android phone. Well, what are we going to do about that? Let's go back to the QR code that stands for a playlist. Will the iPod properly process that? Let's take a look at QR Reader, and here we have that code being picked up. And now what I get, the redirector. Now I get the same playlist as I did before, so this is the same operation I had on the Android. If I push on the video on the playlist, the video comes up, and I can play it once again.
Hi, this is Janossy. I'm your instructor for GPH 205. I've built this course.
It also doesn't work when I turn it sideways. So this isn't as good on the iPod as you could have it, but if I only have one QR code to put in for a given video, I'm inclined to put it in for the maximum usability, which is via a playlist. Perhaps some further experimentation would lead to some choice of QR scanner on the Android phone that would play it, but I doubt it because I've investigated this on the web, and a lot of other people have had the same sort of a problem of a video won't play on an Android phone. So I'm toying with the idea of actually putting in 2 QR codes, but that takes a lot of space, or putting all the videos in a playlist, which means then you'd have to seek through the playlist to find a video for a given page, which kind of takes away from usability. So the jury is still out on that. But at this point, if you're having a problem with your Android smartphone viewing a video, let me know. The intention I have is to put all of them into playlist, just even if there's only one video in a playlist, so that everybody with the extra little click here would at least have the possibility of seeing the videos using the same QR code.
Hi, this is Janossy. I'm your instructor for GPH 205. I've built this course to be totally online, but not the stale type.
And that's as much as I can tell you about this issue. If you have any problems accessing the videos with whatever device you're using, let me know the device, let me know the video you're looking at, and I'll seek to correct it. One of the neat things that occurs because of the QR codes and the little links like this to a redirector site are that I can change where this goes to even after this is in print. So this will continue to be usable. In fact, I'll make it even more usable as time goes on. But this gives me the ability to have a URL in the document that is not dependent on what's printed here and not locked in. I can change the code behind that and redirect it to anywhere. Currently, it's redirected this one to a playlist in YouTube. Please let me know if you have any problems with this or if you have any suggestions on how to make this better. Thanks a lot.